having worked myself for many years in third-party politics, I'm both amazed and jealous that in the United Kingdom, they can actually have a change of parties, that they're not stuck with just the same two parties each time. They actually have a multi-party democracy. Imagine that. Imagine if we had that here. But one of the things that's coming out of that is that the UK Independence Party is surging. And one of the reasons that they're surging is because they're not afraid to ask the hard questions from the governing elite, especially at the European Parliament, and especially about the euro. Remember, it was Nigel Farage who said to the head of the European Parliament, why are we putting these people in Greece? Who appointed them as leaders? They deposed democratically elected leaders and put in Goldman Sachs bankers in charge. They called them technocrats, and supposedly that's supposed to explain it away and make it okay. But remember that Bilderberg actually, in its second meeting in 1955, proposed the European Union and the euro. Those two things were creatures of the Bilderberg organization. And so it is right, if you're opposed to European Union, as the UK Independence Party is, as they are opposed to the financial disaster that is being wreaked across Europe with the euro, it is right to ask questions about Bilderberg. And here's one of the UK Independent Party members asking some questions.
These annual meetings are summits of the most wealthy, powerful and influential people in the worlds of politics, finance and business. The biggest mystery surrounding them is why the mainstream newspapers and broadcasters have chosen not to report on them since 1954. However, in the internet age, their existence can no longer be kept secret. I've written to all the mainstream press and TV in the UK asking them if they intend to report on this meeting, and if not, why not. I have also submitted a Freedom of Information request to the Hertfordshire Police Commissioner asking on what basis the policing is being provided and who is paying the bill.
Two very good questions. Let's take the second question first. On PrisonPlanet.com, we have an article there that says Bilderberg organizers are agreeing to help cover the cost of security at the Grove Hotel meeting. Hertfordshire Constabulary declined to provide a figure for either the total cost of policing the event, which is also expected to attract hundreds of demonstrators, or the contribution that is coming from the Bilderberg Group. So, according to them, the Bilderberg Group is going to be hiring some private security, and they're going to be making some kind of a contribution to offset the public cost of protecting them. Now, they're not going to tell us exactly what, and that's what that member of Parliament was asking. Exactly what are the costs and exactly what are they covering? Isn't it amazing that the world's richest men, all these billionaires, are meeting in this hotel? They can afford to buy out and do frequently. They just had another confab down in South Carolina, Kiowa Island, where they bought out completely the largest hotel there on that island. And here they're doing the same thing in Watford. They're taking an international five-star hotel, very exclusive, very expensive hotel, buying out the entire place, and yet they cannot afford to pay for their security. Poor folks. They have to push it off on the public, as they typically do. Now, as to the second question that he's got, let's take a look at this article from Urian Masan, which has that clip embedded in it. And as Urian quotes, he said, this is the quote from the Member of Parliament, he said, "These annual meetings are summits of the most wealthy, powerful, and influential people in the world of politics, finance, and business. The biggest mystery surrounding them is why mainstream newspapers and broadcasters have chosen not to report on them since 1954. However, in the internet age, their existence can no longer be kept a secret." He says he's written to all the mainstream press and TV in the UK asking them if they intend to report on this meeting, and if not, why not? That's a good question. Why not? Why have they not reported on this? Why is it only within just the last couple of years that since, say, The Guardian and Drudge have picked up on this, it started to be understood that this is what's going on? Before that, everybody said, oh, it's just a conspiracy theory. Well, there was a conspiracy. There's been a conspiracy at Bilderberg every year since 1954. They've conspired to create things like the euro. They've conspired to create things like the European Union. But it is a conspiracy, but it is no longer a secret conspiracy. InfoWars has been covering this a long time, and of course Jim Tucker, who just died, covered it for many decades. And now the secret is out. Why? Because of the internet.
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah. Infowars.com. Yeah.
Judge, what is the secret of the universe?
Infowars.com. Yeah.